So God started speaking to me and he was like, let me lay it out for you clearly. If I provided money right now to pay your bills, you would still want something else. You would still look, ask me for something else. He's like, you're not satiated in the miracles that I provide for your life. I just showed you that I provided rent for 2 months, but you weren't satisfied with that. That didn't satisfy you and firm up your trust in me that I'm going to provide everything that you need. And I was like, and he's like, you have agreed for miracles. He's like, you've not been satisfied and trust in me, though I've provided for you for 6.5 years. And he wasn't like, it was kind of a rebuke and a correction, but he was opening my eyes to see something I hadn't ever seen before. And he was like, this is your flesh that is murmuring and complaining and crying out because you want to walk in this like state of never having worry or fear, but you need to walk in a state of trust in me that I will provide in my timing, in my way, for my glory. Think about why you're obeying the Lord. Because I think a lot of times that we obey the Lord because we want something from him. There's 2 parts of the obedience in my life. There's the visible part and the invisible part. So there's the things that everyone in the last 6.5, this is really important to understand. There's like this parallel journey of obedience with the Lord. There's the public and the private obedience. There's the part that everyone sees. There's the part that no one sees. Because if you don't wake up in the morning and make God your priority and obeying his word in your life, being a hearer of the word and a doer of the word, if you don't have that foundation of that obedience, the visible obedience is going to be, it's not possible. I'm just throwing that out there. So anyone that thinks that they can do what God's called them to do in the big visible ways, it's not going to have any power. It's not going to go anywhere because it lacks the foundation of all of that structure that comes from the hidden obedience.